Cool. So, this is now the inaugural episode of what we haven't called anything yet, but I'm calling it Between Two Andrews, because it's Between Two Andrews at the movies.
Yes, it is, and we have a third here who is sleeping.
In the back, you can't really see him.
Yes.
But he's smirking right now, because he's not really asleep, because we're going to talk loud enough to keep him up.
And the movie we are talking about is Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
A Dame to Kill For, Sin City. It's a sequel to the first Sin City movie that came out like a long time ago now.
9 years ago.
9 years ago, before Jessica Alba had kids, when she was still really, really hot, even though she is hot, but she was really, really hot.
When Mickey Rourke looked young.
When Mickey Rourke was young, but was never young.
Ish.
And, yeah, ish. And I felt like Marv also looked freakier in the first movie, which he didn't quite look as freaky.
He just looked like an old man in
this movie. Yeah. But Sin City! It's Sin City!
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Disappointing
on so many levels. This is why this guy's sleeping. He's been sleeping since halfway through the movie.
Yeah. We went to a 10 o'clock showing, and I'm old, but I'm not that old, and yeah, I was starting to fall asleep towards the end. I don't know.
I feel like my face just says disappointment all over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if it was Jessica Alba's lack of nudity, although I did enjoy some of her stripping, or not really stripping, but dancing at times. Sometimes it was like, yeah, Jessica Alba, she's moving, but no,
for me, the first one was just such a good movie.
Yes.
And then this one, the narrative just blew donkey balls. The dialogue was pretty bad too. Well,
some would say most times Frank Miller's dialogue is bad, and he probably partially wrote this. So,
yeah, that would probably be.
I'm sorry, Frank. I do like your stuff when you're not crazy. Like Holy Terror. The book was bad.
I don't know. This movie just felt wrong. I mean, yes, it took 9 years for a sequel to come out, so
which is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Because I don't think the first one did that bad. So.
No, the first one was
spit it out.
First one was very well reviewed, and I think it did very.
What were you waiting on?
Pretty good monetary wise.
I don't understand.
This one was just.
Why'd you wait?
Garbage.
It's
and they switched out some actors because
a lot of actors
for certain unfortunate circumstances, and others just because to try and fit certain things, and it just kind of was a little hokey with certain.
See, that's the thing. Some of the unfortunate circumstances. You know, like Michael Clark Duncan, who played.
But Brittany Murphy's character didn't show up in this movie.
She didn't show up in this. So that's fine.
But then Davon Akin.
Aki. Yeah.
Her character was replaced with
Jimmy
Chung.
And then, which is fine because she never really talks anyway. She just she's just a stereotype. She's Asian and she kills things.
And Clive Owen was replaced by.
Josh Brolin. Who was good, but why not Clive Owen? He was good too. Just Clive Owen.
But this is where the movie gets murky because this whole storyline takes place before the first movie.
Yeah.
Which they don't even really tell you until you like to piece everything together.
So everybody's kind of alive, but not alive.
So if you haven't seen the movie in 9 years, the first one, you might be like, what the fuck is going on?
Or they expect you to not remember.
Right. Especially when Minute shows up and you're like, that guy had a gold eye in the first one. And then halfway through the movie,
you see it.
It happens.
And then also the thing with Marv, because Marv is dead by the end of the first movie. And then here he is, he's alive. And he's helping Nancy kill.
Spoilers.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. He's helping Nancy, blah, blah, blah. But nonetheless, that's what happens. I don't even know if it's worth a spoiler. I mean, you know. There was no one in the theater with us. There was like 10 people.
Should have just went to Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Again. That would have been a third time for me. And it probably would have been the better choice. Even Ninja Turtles would have been the better choice a second time.
I haven't seen that yet.
It would have been the better choice. You would have probably liked it more.
Probably.
It would have been more entertaining. Yes. So.
But seeing Expendables 3, that would have not been on the table because that was probably.
To be fair, even that was better than this. And I've heard. I've heard.
Well, it's at theaters. You can say you saw it.
Yeah. There's a little Chinese lady at my job. People buy things. Nonetheless, it was better.
Anthony, you got anything to say back there?
Yeah.
The best part about the movie was my cheesecake.
It It was a dine-in theater, so I had the brownie with the ice cream. Good job, AMC, on the brownie with the ice cream.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
But
Piss poor job, Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez on Sin City.
I don't know what you guys were doing. I don't know what you guys were doing. I mean, you do realize you made the first Sin City 9 years ago, and it was a comic book movie, and it was really well done in terms of visuals and story and acting and everybody. But in the 9 years since then, comic movies went from here to here. So you have to go here to meet them. And you might not be able to see my hands, but they're really high. Sin City went here. It actually went below the first one.
Yes.
So it didn't do a good job.
Far below it.
So I don't know what you were thinking.
I think he was just thinking, well, let's get the sequel out.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm assuming the Weinsteins aren't going to be happy. Maybe the Expendables will be happy. They'll beat something this weekend.
Well, I don't know about that.
Judging by this theater, it seems like it's impossible not to. I mean, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
There was nobody there. At all.
It wasn't even half filled.
I mean, we changed our seats when we got here so we could all sit together. Because it was that easy. Yeah, it's reserved seating. There were no seats reserved. So, for the inaugural episode of Between Two Andrews at the movies, we give this movie thumbs down.
Thumbs down. And my full review will be on the Review Zoo in the morning.
It's not going to be pretty.
No.
It's not going to be pretty. But
You've been put on notice.
Yes. But like I said, the things I liked Jessica Alba's stripping. I liked that Marv
But not
still
her
kind of
acting.
beat stuff. Well, I was kind of half tired and sleepy by the time I got to the acting after the stripping was done. So it was kind of.
It took her an hour and a half before she said her first line.
Yeah, well.
Most of the time when you saw her, she was just gyrating the air.
That's what I liked. That's what I liked. I liked Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was the best part of this.
Eva Green wasn't that bad.
Okay, no, Eva Green was good too.
She was.
And her nudity really helped. But she was actually really good outside
She
the
was
nudity.
naked more than she had clothes on.
Yeah, she was. Good job, Eva Green. I'm gonna tweet this at you. You have a phenomenal body. Phenomenal.
And your girlfriend will enjoy that comment.
Phenomenal. Sorry, it's just what it is. I'm sure if my girlfriend were naked on screen, they'd make sure she has a phenomenal body too. And I'd say the same thing, and others would say it, and then I would be sad.
She'll love for you to edit
She's
that out.
never gonna listen to me say anything. She doesn't care what I do. Regardless of this, Eva Green good, yes, acting. Eva Green good, body wise. Jessica Alba good, dancing wise. Joseph Gordon-Levitt really good, acting wise. Really enjoyed his story. That was the best thing I enjoyed of the whole movie. And then negatives, Jessica Alba dancing like Nancy, not topless wise. And like everything else.
Because in the books,
And like everything else.
Isn't in the graphic novels her character is?
She's a topless dancer.
Yes.
She's a topless dancer.
It's just,
And they didn't even do the slightest bit like she did in Machete when she pretended to be topless and naked in the shower, and it was really just all digital editing. They digitally edited her underwear off. They didn't even do that, you know. So if you're hoping for it again, she doesn't get naked. Jessica Alba doesn't do that. She's a mom now. She doesn't go showing off the goods anymore.
So recommendation?
Ever.
Go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Even if you saw it already.
See Ninja Turtles.
Or go see Planet of the Apes.
If you're really desperate, then see The Expendables. But see anything before that. Go see the movie with what's-her-face? Hit Girl. If I go. I have not seen it. I don't know about anything, but it'll score you points with your girlfriend.
You can wait for this to come out on Netflix or Redbox.
Or never.
Or never, yes.
Or never.
Just go watch your original.
Actually, no. See it for Eva Green and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Then you're done. Then you're done. You don't have to look at anything else after that. This is going to be a shorter episode than I thought, because I thought, you know, there'd be something to talk about. There's really nothing to talk about.
This actually hasn't been that short.
It's been shorter still than I thought for a podcast. It's pretty short. If this was a Marvel thing, we'd be talking for about an hour.
Well, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, we talked for what, an hour and a half after the movie?
Yeah, that's how we got up with this idea, because, you know, girlfriend yelled at us and said,
Time to go!
It's time to go. You should record a podcast. You talk so much. And it's like, oh, We should record a podcast.
And we did, and she's not here to be between the two Andrews.
Yeah.
We got Anthony, who's sleeping.
Yeah, he's in the back sleeping.
He's
He's nodding slowly.
Thinking about his cheesecake.
Yeah. I should grab the camera and point it at him. At least people can see him sleeping. Seems like a good way to wrap up.
And he gives us a B.
Yeah.
Anthony, give us a little wave back there.
You got it.
There you go.
That probably should be good.
Yeah, that should be
There
good.
you go.
Yeah.
So, between you, Andrews.
Yeah.
Hope you take the reveal and do something wise with it. But I'm sorry, Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller, who we're going to probably tweet this at. No good. Bye.
Good night.